something. I don't know what the conversation was, but something like the weekend of a Glow event. Oh, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, I went with Glow Girls and, helped this or whatever the event was. And he's going, what are you talking about? Glow? And then that's how they found out. What a small world is that? Worked with this guy for 20 years. They never had a conversation about Glow until this last year and a half or so. And so it's crazy. So I met the guy, It's like, oh my God. And he's actually the cousin of Frank Giamatti, who unfortunately passed away of cancer. So he's no longer with us. But then his wife was Tammy Jones. And so Tammy Jones is around because the guy Steve says that, yes, he knew her because that was his cousin's wife. So we'd like to see Tammy Jones too, but we don't know where she is. So
it's a small world after all.
So Tammy Jones, Spanish Red, Attaché, and Vine. Those are the ones we're looking for that we can't find.
So, one thing I wanted to ask you, Royal Hawaiian, did you have any interaction with one Jackie Stallone?
Just with the, actually we did, because when we did all the promos for the show prior to season 1, was always with Jackie Stallone. So we did the promos. It was usually myself, Americana, Matilda, Jackie, and Kitty. I don't believe we had her at the promos because, of course, back then we were trying to hype, and we had Jackie as much as possible to get the name out there, to get some, buzz around, the Jackie Stallone. Oh, Sylvester Stallone's mom, yeah. So that's pretty much my interaction with her was prior, because of course I was a bad girl. I wasn't a good girl, so she wasn't my manager. But of course she was on set, and whenever we did stuff, she was around. But that's pretty much my interaction would have been like pre-season 1 when we were doing all the promo stuff, going to the different shows, the Tom Schneider show, AM, Ion LA, PM Magazine, all those shows. You don't remember those shows, Mike, because they were too far back. But those were like
try me
shows that we. No, you might know of them, but you're too young.
How old do you think I am?
You're not my age, that's for sure.
I remember the 80s very well. Thank you.
Well, but that's because you guys like the 80s, so you know about the 80s.
No, I
didn't.
I grew up in the 80s. I
like the 90s.
I grew up in the 80s and 90s, damn it.
Well, those were good shows. So, we did all those promos beforehand, and that's when all of us...
And may she rest in peace.
Actually, we had a big crowd at the Tom Schneider. That was a good show. That was the one where you see pictures. I don't know if you've seen a lot of them, but we're in a big ring, and all the girls are there. Like, everybody. Mount Fiji was there. Jungle Woman, Matilda, myself, Americana, Tina and Ashley, Hollywood and Vine, Olympia, Corporal Kelly, like the whole gang from season 1 were there. And it was like a big free-for-all. We had like a battle royale. So that was a good one. But we have some pictures of that.
And may she rest in peace, because as I'm sure you might be aware, she just passed away a little less than a month ago.
Yeah.
At the age of 98.
Yeah. Well, did they ever say she just went in her sleep, right? So
yeah.
And so what other way to go, She lived, she was working out all the way until she passed away. So, you know what? That's the way to go. In your sleep, she wasn't in pain, and went off to bed and just never woke up.
Yeah.
So she's up there leading the rest of the girls.
She's up there with Mount Fiji.
Mount Fiji and Tara and Big Bad Mama and Star and who else? Becky.
Yeah,
Sally the farmer's daughter.
Yeah, so Sally the farmer. Yeah.
Lost quite a few, so it's...
So, Yankai, I got one more question for you.
Oh, boy. There you
So,
go. Shoot.
give your opinions on the female fighting industry. What do you like, hate, and what would you change if you could?
Well, as far as like the cat fighting female fights, you mean, or just in general?
Just in general.
I think that for one thing, women nowadays, the fighters, they're a little bit more aggressive than what they used to be, which is great because you get a lot more fight out of them. As far as like cat fights, I think that for certain cat fights, they should allow face hits.
So then they just gotta say what kind. Okay, this is a full-on cat fight.
Not punching. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but a little slap here and there wouldn't be such a bad thing. You know, and the sponsors could pay a little bit more for it.
Yeah, because sometimes, man, those girls get beat up sometimes. So if you're gonna do the face, for sure, it's got to be a little bit more money.
They get scratched up. Yeah, they get scratched up pretty damn bad. Yeah.
So, any questions y'all want to ask me? Because I'm just starting to go. Which do I want to drink next? The vodka?
Oh, you're gonna start fading already?
No, I'm getting thirsty. You know, do I want the? I've got Tito's vodka. I've got Jack Daniels, and I've also.
What happened to that peanut butter jammy that you had the other day?
Oh, you mean the Screwball peanut butter whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this bottle that I'm grabbing right now?
And what is it, Mike? What kind of whiskey
do you have? Like
this is
like a freaking bar in your room.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's called a liquor cabinet.
It's called a liquor cabinet.
A wet bar.
This what I have in my hand right now is called Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. And it's dedicated to the misfits, black sheep, and screwballs of the world.
Oh my God, what does that taste like?
Tastes like peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Oh,
it actually is pretty good. I found the best combination for it too.
No, but you know what, Mike? Have you seen any of the Pepsi pineapple yet?
You know, I've been looking for. My store doesn't carry it.
Sound tasty.
Okay, because I found it. Well, I shouldn't say I found it, but I put a little blurb out, and I said, "Pineapple Nation." Okay, I said, "Whoever's the first one to find pineapple Pepsi gets an autographed picture." So Joe in Spokane, Washington, found it. He found it at Walmart, and then Mark Buckingham found it in Ohio also. And so if you ever find it, it actually is, it's tasty. It could have standed to be a little bit more pineapple-y, because I thought it was going to be way too sweet. Like I was thinking, they're going to really just dump the pineapple flavor in it. And it actually could have been a little bit more, but it would be great with like a Captain Morgan or a Jack Daniels in it. Because as soon as you taste it, it's like that is something you have with an alcoholic, as an alcoholic drink. So for me, only because I drink, Jack Daniels is, if I'm going to drink something, that's one of the things, besides a margarita, that's something I will drink, either in a drink or I'll do a shot. But that would taste great in the Pepsi pineapple or the Captain Morgan. The rum would taste really good in that. So if anybody finds it and they want to try it, it's good. That's the two things that I kind of see drinking with it. So, but if you find it, they also make a mango and a berry Pepsi. So I heard the mango one wasn't very good.
You know what? Just give me Crystal Pepsi and I'll be happy.
What is that?
You've never heard of Crystal Pepsi?
No, what is it? I don't drink soda.
That was the white Pepsi.
It was the clear one.
Yeah.
I never even knew that.
Yeah.
No,
or 7-Up Gold.
7-Up Gold? I never heard of that either.
That's from the 80s.
For that, you might as well drink some Zima. And now that's old.
Yeah,
Zima.
What is that? Isn't that one an alcoholic drink?
Oh, Lady O, guess what's back? by the way.
What's back?
Zima.
Get out of here.
Isn't that a drink?
Where can find it? I want some. That was some good beer.
What? It's not even beer.
It's not really beer, but it's
It's not beer.
It was almost like a beer.
Almost like a beer. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back.
That was a beer, Zima?
Well, it was kind of like a beer. Kind of like, I don't know if you remember, like from way back when they used to have pink champagne.
Yeah.
It wasn't really champagne, it was like,
Yeah.
the bottled drink or whatever, sparkling bottled drink.
Yeah.
It's a malt beverage.
It's a malt beverage. There you go. That's what
it's a malt liquor.
But it had alcohol in it.
It's a malt. That's what I was going to say. It was a malt liquor.
So
I remember
what I have in my hands right now, Lady O, is a beer.
What kind of beer?
This is called Cryo Stash Imperial India Pale. It is 8.7% alcohol.
So are you a beer connoisseur, or do you just like alcohol altogether?
I'm a beer connoisseur, actually. I
really?
like...
So, because my sons used to be... And so I used to have a fridge in the garage, and then, of course, the fridge in the kitchen. And so the fridge in the garage is supposed to be the overflow, so when I have too much stuff in the fridge, I can put it in there. But the problem is it became a little liquor store.
Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes.
Oh, and where I used to live in Glendora, California, there's a liquor store called Lone Hill Liquor, and it's like, I don't know, like one of the top 10 or 15 liquor stores in the country, not in California. And this place has all the imported beer from everywhere you could think of. Germany, Ireland, Japan, Europe, wherever all the kind of beers that come in, he brings in. So my son and his buddy used to just go and, tell him, oh, we want to try this or we want this, and he'd bring it in. And so I had all the different kind of beers you could ever want in my fridge. But I was not a beer drinker. The only time I drank beer was when I played softball in Hawaii or tournaments and stuff, and all I wanted was a Miller Lite, ice cold Miller Lite on ice. Oh, so good.
So, Lady O, I just got another question sent in from a listener.
All right.
Since you sponsor fights, what two ladies are your dream matchup for a fight?
Oh,
okay. I actually had this conversation with Clem not too long ago. It was a conversation that I had with Clem, and I had it with Claus Webb. So, here we go. This is what we came up with. We thought a good matchup would be like a tag team where you have the combination of Sexy Wife, Lyric, Davina, and Gia.
Was that 3 people or 4 people?
No, that was 4 people.
Oh, okay.
Keep up with the program, Pineapple Mama.
I did. I was trying to pay attention, but I missed one.
And then the first thing that we thought of would be a good match, Gia versus Davina, right? And then, obviously, you know that there's eventually going to be one that's Sexy Wife versus Lyric. So that's going to be a good one. And then maybe we could team up as a tag team. We could team up Gia with Sexy Wife. They would be a team. And then Davina with Lyric. And then they would fight together.
Yawn.
Dude. Who would be
Dude.
So
Dude.
are there already now, Lady O, tag team?
What?
No.
No, so there isn't. So it's always a single. It's always a
so
one-on-one? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I don't think I ever saw anything like that.
Well,
that would just be a little too wild. I mean, you'd have to have either a big area, or it would be like a normal, like a wrestling tag team where they have to tag out. Not all of them,